Precaution while selling a flat. That is our topic today. Many get cheated while selling the flat. So we thought of making a video on the topic of selling the flat. That is a precaution which you should take while you are selling the flat. My name is Girish Rao. I am advocate and solicitor. I have more than 28 years of experience. And this video is brought to you by Legal Scholar Academy. Legal Scholar Academy conduct courses in various topics of law like Master in Drafting of Pleading, Master in Drafting of Agreement, Master in RERA, and many other topics. If you want to know more about it, you can get connected to the Legal Scholar Academy on the number and email which is scrolling down for you. Right. And in addition to that, Legal Scholar Academy also conduct a free webinar on every Friday at 7:30 p.m. For that also you can get in touch with the number which is scrolling down here. You will get all details about it. Now let's start our topic. But before starting our topic, it's request to every one of you to subscribe to this channel. We at Legal Scholar Academy regularly load video on different topics of law, and it will be a value addition to you. You will get a lot of knowledge from those videos. So it's a request to everyone to subscribe to the channel. And other thing, don't forget to hit like button because I'm sure you are going to like this. Okay, just we'll start our topic now. So when you are selling a flat, and that will be applicable to any property, not restricted to the flat. Your primary concern is to get entire consideration as agreed between you and the purchaser of the property. That's what your concern should be. So what are the precautions which you should take when selling your flat or a property? It's applicable to say all. First point to be remembered is never give possession of the flat or any property till entire consideration is received by you. Give the possession only once you receive entire consideration. Then next point, don't accept any money from the purchaser till you have a proper record for what price you are selling the property. It could be by way of exchange of email, by exchange of WhatsApp, or any other means. It could be possible that you want to sell that flat for 1 crore 20 lakh rupees, and buyer thinks you are selling a flat for 1 crore rupees. And on basis of that, buyer pays suppose 10 lakh rupees. That tomorrow dispute will start. You are saying that you are agreed to sell the flat for 1 crore 20 lakh rupees. Buyer is telling that he agreed to buy the flat for 1 crore rupees. And it may land up in a litigation. You are aware that in our system, once it land up in litigation, your flat is stuck. So don't accept any amount before recording somewhere very clearly for what amount you are selling your flat. There. Next point. Always remember to sell your property or a flat as is, where is basis. Be very clear, you are selling the flat as is, where is basis. Purchaser has inspected, seen the property, seen the flat, only then he is buying it. So be very clear, as is, where is basis, to avoid any further complaint that this is not proper, that was not shown for XYZ reason. Then he will try to reduce the price and all those things. So sorry. Be clear, you are selling the flat as is, where is basis. Then next point which you have to check is his source of fund. The source of fund becomes very important because it will be required on that basis how you are going to proceed with the transaction. What is the source of fund? See, what happens when purchaser is buying a flat? It could be his source of fund, the money which he is already having. Otherwise, he wants to take it as a loan from the bank. Or sometimes what happens, he wants to sell some other property and then invest that money in the flat which you are selling. So check what are the sources of fund for buying the property. If is buying by way of getting a loan from the bank, ask him to get a approval letter from the bank. Bank often gives a letter to its flat purchaser or the person that he is entitled for XYZ amount of loan. That is given on basis of ability of the buyer to purchase the flat. Rather is on ability of his income. So therefore, if he has a proper source of income, the bank will issue him letter his ability to that how much loan he is entitled to. So once he is having that, so that you are safe that at least that person is aware that he is having a approval letter for the amount. See, it will be only for approval letter of amount that will be subject to the title of your flat. So it only shows his ability to pay the amount. Right. If possible, get into an MOU where you record proper terms and conditions. If possible. Sometimes it will be possible. Otherwise, at times, bank insists that there should be a registered document. Only then they will proceed further. So check if possible. If you can do the transaction, initial transaction on MOU so that all terms and conditions are put into that property. If bank insists, no, there should be an agreement for sale which has to be registered, only then you register an agreement for sale. See, understand here, other difference is agreement sale and deed of transfer. Technically, there has to be deed of transfer to conclude the transaction, but often what happens is, which is my experience, is the transaction get over with the agreement for sale. That is, it's not actually a proper way, but that is how the things are functioning. Doesn't matter, but then you are entering into agreements for sale with the flat purchaser before you are getting entire consideration. Ideally, it should be that after entering into after receiving entire consideration, make a deed of transfer, but it is not happening. So you are entering into agreement for sale. So now, next question. When you are entering into agreement for sale, what are the precautions which you should take? First, clearly define time within which purchaser is going to pay the balance consideration, that is the agreed amount. At the time of agreement, purchaser has to give at least some amount. I will suggest at least 10% of the agreed consideration. If suppose you are agreed to sell the flat for 1 crore 20 lakh rupees, then in that case at least take 12 lakh rupees at the time of agreement. And in the agreement, keep a clause that if purchaser fails to make a payment balance amount within a particular period, you are entitled to forfeit the amount of 10% which he has paid. For that purpose, have a proper mechanism before forfeiting. That is the notice which will be issued to him, and after notice, if it doesn't pay, then only he will be entitled to terminate that agreement. That is what you have to clearly record in your agreement. Then don't keep that period open-ended. I mean to say, when you enter into agreement, be very specific. This agreement should be, this transaction should be concluded within a period of 3 months, 4 months, depending upon whatever you agreed with him. So be very clear on that point also. Let me explain it with giving an example. Suppose you enter into agreement on 1st of January 2024. Clearly state that balance amount of 90%, which we have discussed just now, that he should pay it within 1 month or 2 months, whatever it is, that be very specific in that. And if he is unable to pay that amount within a period of suppose 1 month, in that case, you are entitled for interest on that balance amount, say at the rate of 12%. But then it should not happen that it is that he is indefinitely postponing the payment of balance amount. The reason behind is that he will say, yes, I agreed to pay the interest on the balance amount. So he can postpone indefinitely. No. Clearly defined within 3 months or 4 months. If transaction is not concluded, in that case, you will be entitled to forfeit that amount and transaction will come to end and no rights or interest are created. Be very specific on that amount, otherwise you will land up in difficulty again. Then I told earlier also, sale should be as is, where is, basis. Absolutely be very clear. That is the sale as is, where is, basis. He has inspected the property and has agreed to buy it as is, where is, basis. Then you will be giving a possession only after entire consideration is received. That's what I have been insisting right now. Then again, keep a provision. If payments are not paid, you are entitled to terminate that agreement. Then be ready to terminate the agreement also and forfeit the amount. So this is what basically a brief presentation on the topic of the precaution which should be taken while purchasing the, while selling the flat which you should take. Because see, when you are selling the flat, your prime consideration is you should get the entire amount which you have agreed to sell the flat. So only when you get the entire amount, give the possession, not before that. So this was a presentation on the sale of flat. If you have any query, you can connect with us. Kindly drop your comment on the comment section and we will respond to that. Another precaution is that do the transaction involve a lawyer who understands the transaction of the sale of property. So that you are selling your property, suppose for a 1 crore or so, you will have to pay few amount, maybe around 50,000 to 1 lakh rupee for a proper lawyer. So don't go to someone as a agent and then get the document, then he will land up in difficulty. I have many such cases where flat purchaser is stuck, he has not received the money, his flat is gone. Now the matter is in litigation. So avoid that, pay to the lawyer, but at least you are secured of your money. So thank you for watching this video. We are making another video on sale of purchase of flat, that the precaution which a purchaser should take. So see that video also. Again, thank you for watching this video entirely, and again requesting you to first is that don't forget to hit a like button and also subscribe to this channel. Bye bye. Take care. See you in next video. Bye.